I'm very excited for the first show. It feels like for the first time, like I'm doing something. This show really is powerful.
Happening now, a tragic event that changed the nation. Now, Tarrant County College brings the story to the stage. How the Laramie Project is sparking conversations, coming up. And the trend of drinking raw, unpasteurized milk is on the rise as Americans turn to less processed food. But is it safe?
Plenty of sunshine and comfortable temperatures heading into your Friday. How long will this nice weather stick around? I'm Hannah Watson, and I'll have your Storm Team forecast coming up.
And later in the show, a rare gem is about to shine at the Smithsonian, and it's one for the history books. What makes it so special? The NewsFeed starts right now.
With the latest news now, this is the NewsFeed.
Good afternoon and welcome to the Newsfeed. I'm Nathan Vasquez.
And I'm Lexi Wycliffe. Our top story this afternoon, a story of tragedy, resilience, and reflection takes center stage at the Tarrant County College. The Laramie Project is a play that explores the impact of a hate crime that shocked the nation.
And it's sparking powerful conversations right here at home. John Patterson joins us live with how this production is coming together. John?
I'm standing outside of the TCC Northeast Fine Arts Building where I got to speak to some of the people behind this production. Welcome to the TCC Northeast Playhouse, where student actors are hard at work getting ready to perform a powerful play. The Laramie Project is more journalistic than theatric, as it documents the words of real people from Laramie, Wyoming. All the characters portrayed and the lines spoken come from recorded interviews, journal entries, and court documents following the murder of 22-year-old Laramie resident Matthew Shepard. The cast consists of only about a dozen actors, but the play contains more than 60 roles.
My name is J.J. Miller, and then some characters that I play Jedediah Schultz, Gil Engen, and then Andy Paris. That's the company member I play as. Always something new. I've really only done like comedies before. I feel like I've only flourished in there, but then I feel like in this show, I feel like there's a lot more to do and a lot more to say, and there is a really good message for the show.
My name is Jakey Cabe. I'm Associate Professor of Theater at TCC Northeast, and I'm the Director of the Laramie Project.
Even though these moments are spread out, they're one conversation.
I thought it was a really good play to do because this is about compassion and caring, and it's about truth. The play may be more relevant now than ever, and the whole sort of theme of this play is tell it true. So I felt now's the time. It's a good time.
Keep that thought and that feeling, do it with the lines. Does that make sense?
It's an important message of hope you don't want to miss. Come see TCC's The Laramie Project. Hope you guys are ready because opening night is less than a week away. Tickets are only $6, but if you're a TCC student, your admission is free. Reporting live on the Northeast campus at TCC, I'm John Patterson.
Thanks, John. Don't miss out. Performances run March 5th through 8th at 7 p.m. with the matinee March 8th at 2 p.m. Catch it live in the NFAB Theater on TCC's Northeast campus.
Automotive students at Tarrant County College just got a major boost. Autobahn Fort Worth is donating $50,000 to fund 10 full scholarships for future techs. The TCC Foundation says it's a big win, covering full tuition and helping meet the demand for trained mechanics. TCC Chancellor Elva LeBlanc puts it best. By partnering with Autobahn Fort Worth, we eliminate barriers that might keep our students from pursuing high-wage careers right here at home. Details on how to apply coming soon. Another big win for Tarrant County College students looking to transfer. TCC and Texas State University signed a deal to guarantee admission for TCC grads with a 2.25 GPA or higher. Students save about $10,000 a year starting at TCC, and once they transfer, they could even qualify for a scholarship. TCC Chancellor Elva LeBlanc says, our collaboration with Texas State reflects a determination that our transfer students have a solid bridge to another post-secondary institution where they can continue their education and earn a bachelor's degree. TCC students can start transferring as early as this summer.
Former Secret Service agent Clint Hill, seen leaping onto President Kennedy's limousine in Dallas, has died at 93. He was assigned to Jacqueline Kennedy's detail and reacted in seconds when shots were fired. Hill served 5
We had a
presidents but
responsibility to
retired
do
early
that,
due
to
to PTSD.
protect the president that day, and we failed. There's no question about that, because he was dead. And I felt a sense of guilt because of all the agents on the working that day. I was the only one who had a chance to do anything.
Hill served 5 presidents but retired early due to PTSD from that tragic day. The Secret Service praised his dedication but did not release a cause of death.
A Texas school district has confirmed allegations of bullying after an investigation into the suicide of 11-year-old Jocelyn Rojo Carranza. The Gainesville ISD says Jocelyn reported being bullied over her family's immigration status and heard comments about deportation and ICE on her bus. The district also says students revealed Jocelyn confided about being inappropriately touched by a family member and having thoughts of self-harm. But Jocelyn's mother told a local TV station she doesn't believe anything in the report is true. She's denied the allegations and says she's hired a lawyer to respond.
Continuing coverage this afternoon, the measles outbreak in West Texas has turned deadly in Lubbock. State health officials confirm a school-aged child who wasn't vaccinated died after being hospitalized last week. Right now, 124 cases have been reported since the outbreak started in late January, mostly kids. 18 have been hospitalized. Doctors are warning parents this isn't just another childhood illness.
Measles is very serious. There are lots of childhood rashes and fevers, and as parents, we all know that our kids get these here and there. This is not that. This is a much more serious illness that has much greater risk of serious complications.
And it's not just Texas. Measles cases are rising across the country, with outbreaks in 8 states this year. So what do parents need to know? Monica Coppola breaks it down in today's Health Minute.
It's one of the world's most contagious infectious diseases, and it's important to know the warning signs of measles. Early on, it can mimic a respiratory illness, causing a cough, red eyes, and extreme congestion. There may also be a higher fever that may spike to more than 104 degrees. Typical measles cases also have a red blotchy rash that develops 3 to 5 days after symptoms start, and tiny white spots inside the mouth 2 to 3 days before the symptoms begin. Experts say vaccination is the best protection.
For the vast majority of people, if you've gotten your measles shots, you should be protected. It should be something that works for life.
The vaccine is typically given to young children. Officials say the first dose, given between 12 to 15 months, is 93% effective against measles. The second dose, given around age 4 to 6, boosts that efficacy to 97%.
If you are living in an area where measles is circulating and you're worried about that, getting that second shot earlier is fine.
Despite the recent outbreak, experts say measles isn't becoming more severe. Before mass vaccinations, improvements in medical care were already lowering the death rate. However, before 1963, when vaccines weren't routinely given, there were between 400 to 500 people dying every year in the U.S. from measles. In 2015, there was 1 death, the most recent in the U.S. from the illness.
That's really what this vaccine is designed to prevent.
For Health Minute, I'm Monica Coppola.
Coming up, the trend of drinking raw, unpasteurized milk is on the rise, but is it safe? We'll have a live report next.
And we're exploring how your payment method can affect your finances. Don't go away.
When I was in foster care, I never knew when I would have to move, so I always had my suitcase ready to go. Then one day, I was adopted. My new parents opened their hearts and home to me. My parents cook my favorite breakfast for me every morning. My parents take me on trips I never thought I would go on. They gave me a home and an even better reason to use that suitcase. My parents aren't perfect, but they're perfect for me.
All right, I'm in the house.
Okay, what do you see?
Nothing yet. Hold on. I think I just heard something. I'm heading upstairs.
Okay, I am almost there.
I'm in the bedroom.
Okay.
Oh, shit. It's not here.
What?
The gun's not here.
What do you mean? Where is it?
Cameron? Are you in there? Open the door. Cam! Come on, Cameron.
My name is Jeff. Having a traumatic brain injury is understanding you were a lot smarter before the accident. I lost so many traits. Food donations from Suncoast Center of Independent Living helped me tremendously. It can mean fully paying the bills off. That's one of the biggest gifts right there. I have a purpose again. Life goes on.
Credit or debit? Which ones should you reach for at checkout? They may look the same, but there are big differences when it comes to security, rewards, and even how much you could end up paying in the long run. Jordan Kunz joins us live in the newsroom and breaks down what you need to know before you tap or swipe.
Debit and credit cards let you spend money differently with different risks and rewards. Those we spoke with say understanding your goals and capabilities is key to knowing which is right for you. To debit or credit? That's the question.
I think it just depends on your relationship with money and your budget, whether or not you're in debt.
A debit card can come in handy if you prefer to pay with cash or don't want to overspend. Such when you want to avoid interest charges, you need cash from an ATM, and a big one when you're trying to stay out of debt, as a debit card will only let you spend money you already have.
It's like the cash stuffing method, where if you only put cash in envelopes and you're only allowed to spend that cash, that's the essential equivalent of using a debit card.
Credit cards, on the other hand, are more flexible, allowing you to borrow money to make purchases. They're also useful for earning rewards and points, building your credit score, shopping online with fraud protection debit card may not have, and booking hotels or rental cars, which may require security deposits.
If you have a credit card, that hold only goes on your line of credit. If you're using a debit card, that means you have to already have that deposit amount in your account.
So what's the bottom line? Know your spending habits and what you want out of each card.
It depends on how you manage your money and also what you're buying. For big purchases, I often err on the side of credit cards for those protections. But debit cards could be really great for those everyday small purchases because the money's taken directly out of your checking account.
And our experts say that if you're starting to try to build credit history, credit cards are a great way to start building a foundation. Again, you need to be responsible how you use them, but down the line, they can pay you back exponentially as you're trying to apply for things like mortgages and car loans. Reporting live in the newsroom, I'm Jordan Kunz.
Denny's is introducing an egg surcharge at some locations due to shortages and higher prices. They haven't revealed the exact amount, saying pricing varies by restaurant. Denny's isn't alone. Waffle House has also raised prices by 50 cents for egg dishes. Even retailers like Costco and Trader Joe's are limiting egg purchases. It's a challenging time for egg lovers everywhere. Starbucks is making big changes. This Monday, CEO Brian Niccol announced job cuts, laying off over 1,000 corporate workers to turn things around. The coffee chain will also eliminate hundreds of open positions and cut about 30% of its food and beverage items in the coming months. Unfortunately, some favorite likes the Frappuccino and the white hot chocolate will be on the chopping block.
Raw milk is trending, but health officials say it's one of the riskiest foods you can drink. Now, the new head of HHS, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., wants to end FDA restrictions as bird flu hits dairy farms nationwide. Leah Waldman is live in our newsroom. Leah, you visited a dairy farm to see how it's collected?
Dairy farming is a big part of New York State's agriculture. To produce milk commercially, farmers need a license. If they want to sell raw milk, farmers need a permit from the Department of Agriculture and Markets. Their animals and the milk needs to be tested regularly. Even with that, many healthcare professionals still warn against drinking it.
We're ready to go.
Stephen and Jamie Vincent run Brookby Farm, a dairy farm in upstate New York where they produce and sell raw milk.
People have gotten to a point where they want to get back to more natural
way of living and eating.
They say they've personally seen the demand for raw milk skyrocket.
We have families that come get it in 5-gallon buckets.
As bird flu becomes a growing concern, the Vincents are back to COVID-era protocols.
New York has started testing the milk for that.
For 2 years, Bethany McDaniel has consumed raw milk on and off because she believes it has improved her dairy sensitivity, her children's immune system, and her gut health, though the FDA refutes all of those claims.
With proper standards in place, there's nothing dangerous or risky about it.
That's not the belief held by the majority of the medical community. Dr. Rabia Delator, a gastroenterologist, says prior to the required pasteurization of milk, up to 25% of foodborne illnesses came from it.
The process of actually getting milk from a cow into an actual container for you to drink was fraught with different types of infectious sources.
Milk is pasteurized by applying high heat over a short period of time, which kills bacteria without removing nutrients found in milk. Delator warns against drinking raw milk and urges anyone interested to research the risks.
If you blindly follow instructions that you see on social media, you could be hurting yourself or your loved ones, and so I wouldn't recommend that.
Raw milk isn't legal everywhere in the U.S. In the states where it is, the law varies on how it can be sold. Here in New York, farmers can only sell it directly on their farms. Meanwhile, in Connecticut, raw milk can be sold in grocery stores.
When the newsfeed returns, a bald eagle couple prepares for triplets, and a baseball legend sinks a $10,000 shot. It's all ahead in today's Take a Look at This.
Get ready for a beautiful weekend as we take a live look over North Texas. Our storm team forecast shows plenty of sunshine and warm temperatures for the weekend.
From the NewsFeed's Forecast Center, this is your Storm Team Forecast.
Welcome back to the Newsfeed. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon and we're currently sitting at a temperature of about 75 degrees. Today you can expect a high of 79 and a low of 48. Over the weekend you can expect this beautiful weather to continue with a high of 78 on Saturday and a low of 47 with sunshine and clouds mixed. On Sunday you can expect a high of 76 and a low of 58. There's a slight chance of rain in the morning, but the rest of the day will be absolutely beautiful with sunshine and clouds mixed as well. Now getting into your 5-day forecast, we're definitely seeing much warmer temperatures in this upcoming week than we did last week, with a high of 73 on Monday and a low of 63 with cloudy skies. On Tuesday, you can expect scattered thunderstorms in the morning with a high of 76 and a low of 50. On Wednesday, you can expect sunshine with a high of 64 and a low of 44. On Thursday, you can expect partially cloudy skies with a high of 68 and a low of 48. And to end the week, on Friday, you can expect a high of 66 and a low of 41 with partially cloudy skies.
Sorry.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
A California bald eagle power couple is about to become parents again, and not just to one, but 3 hatchlings. And get this, it's not their first time raising triplets. Jeremy Roth has today's Take a Look at This.
Big news from a big nest in California as bird lovers wait with bated breath for a bald eagle couple's not 1, not 2, but 3 hatchlings. Officials with Friends of Big Bear Valley, the organization providing a 24/7 eagle-eye view of the love nest, says they were surprised when Jackie and Shadow revealed a 3rd egg, but not too surprised as the couple also laid 3 eggs last year.
We were surprised that when she laid the 3rd one, it's like she's decided now that's what she should do.
And while last year's triplet eggs never hatched, local experts and online looky-loos alike are hoping this year's three-peat repeat bears a bevy of bouncing bald eagle babies. And now for news that's fit to print. A purple dinosaur footprint, that is. That's what a UK fossil hunter says they discovered while walking along a craggy coastline on the Isle of Wight. A guide with the tour company White Coast Fossils posted the image showing the prodigious print, which they say was embedded in the floodplain clay. But what kind of dinosaur could leave a big purple print? No, not that one. The company contends it could have been left by a large lumbering ornithopod, such as an iguanodon, a Cretaceous-era herbivore. Finally, in case you missed it, baseball legend Alex Rodriguez didn't miss, showing off yet another sports skill by nailing a half-court, half-time shot at a Bucknell basketball game, winning a lucky fan $10,000. Oh, look at me, I'm A-Rod, I'm good at every sport. I can't stay mad at him, he's awesome. For Take a Look at This, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Big changes in baseball. One on the field, one off. MLB and ESPN are calling it quits after nearly 40 years. So what's next for the league?
And facial hair fans, rejoice! The Yankees just lifted their beard ban. We'll break down the new look when Cameron Wilcox joins us next with Sports.
Over 40% of us are living with a disease. Obesity. Some blame society. Some blame themselves. Some feel like there's nothing they can do. But this disease has solutions, including proven treatments like lifestyle and behavioral changes, medications, and weight loss surgery. Head to visitobesity.org/treatments to find out which treatment path is right for you.
I'm the Big C. What is the Big C? I'm here to tell you about skin cancer. Skin cancer is the cancer you can see. If we see something new, changing, or unusual, that could be skin cancer.
Is there a skin cancer on me right now?
I'm not a dermatologist, but do you know who is?
Yeah.
Your dermatologist.
Yes.
You gotta get checked, girl. Do I? Yes! Everybody has to get checked. See the Big C today.
Julie was always a voracious reader. She'd carry 2 novels on an airplane because she'd read one on a 3-4 hour ride. And at some point, I began to notice that she would read a page and couldn't remember what she had just read, and she'd have to go back and read it again.
I don't remember much these days after I read, but less does for me, and I love it.
Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life, and I am so proud to call you my son.
From the NewsFeed Sports Desk, this is the Sports Report.
Major League Baseball and ESPN are parting ways after 40 years. Commissioner Rob Manfred says the league won't renew its broadcast deal with the network after the 2025 season, citing disagreements over rights, fees, and a lack of baseball coverage outside of the live games. Major League Baseball now plans to explore new broadcasting and streaming options. I'll ask you a question. Do you agree with the Yankees beard ban? Well, it's gone now. The team has lifted the long-standing rule allowing well-groomed beards. The policy dated back to the 1970s, but now the Yankees are letting the whiskers win. The tennis legend just scored a wild-card entry into next month's BNP Paribas Open in Indian Wells, her first event in nearly a year. It'll be her 10th time playing there after boycotting the tournament for over a decade. The action kicks off on March 2nd. In Pittsburgh, Ed Walalewski was just watching a Duquesne women's basketball game last month when he suddenly collapsed from a massive heart attack. Luckily, the team's medical staff sprang into action using a life-saving protocol they trained for, but never had to use. Walalewski says he remembers the moment his body shut down.
I remember a warm, sort of dizzy feeling, and it overtook my body. It started at my feet and sort of was working its way up. And I remember thinking, that's strange. And then the next thing I remember is being revived. I was dead for 90 seconds.
Now he's back on his feet this week. He got to thank the heroes in person. And finally, in sports, for most kids, baseball cards end up in bike spokes. But for one grandson, there's a treasure trove. 12-year-old Keegan and his grandpa spent a chilly afternoon ripping packs at a local card shop and struck gold. A one-of-one baseball card, Babe Ruth, featuring the Great Bambino signature. Keegan says the best part.
My favorite part is probably the chase of all the cards and the thrill of pulling them.
As for selling it, no chance. Keegan says the once in a lifetime pull is staying right in his collection. And that's it for sports. A rare treasure is about to make its debut at the Smithsonian, and it's unlikely anything you've seen before. What makes this gem so extraordinary? We'll show you when the newsfeed returns.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
You know you don't have to wear your PT gear anymore, right?
It's comfortable.
So how's civilian life treating you?
It's fine.
When I got out, I didn't want to admit that there was anything wrong because I felt like a failure. And then I realized, like, there's nothing to be ashamed of. So I started talking to someone. Maybe you are fine, but if you're not, it's okay.
Thank you.
If you or a veteran you know needs support, don't wait. Reach out. Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Food donations from the pantry help my family enjoy the holidays.
We all want a holiday filled with joy, but 1 in 5 children in America face hunger. Together, we can make the holidays full.
Giving is a part of our holiday tradition, but it's also part of our all-year-round tradition.
Join families like Heather's this holiday season and give hope, love, and meals. Let's end hunger together. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org.
Mom was always very self-sufficient, but we started noticing things were off.
I was forgetting my responsibilities at work.
I told Mom we should visit a doctor.
Alzheimer's. It was hard to hear that.
Early detection gave us time to seek information and support as a family. I've never felt more connected with Mom.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Finally this afternoon, coming soon to the Smithsonian, one of the rarest gems on Earth. The National Museum of Natural History has acquired the Winston Red Diamond. A natural red diamond so rare, it's one of the largest to ever receive the coveted fancy red color grade.
Experts say its cut suggests that it was shaped before the mid-1900s. The diamond will go on to display April 1st alongside 40 other stunning gems from the Winston Fancy Color Diamond Collection, a rainbow of rare beauty. Donated by Ronald Winston, son of legendary jeweler Harry Winston.
And that's all we have for you today. Thank you for tuning in. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next week at the same time.
Food donations from the pantry help my family enjoy the holidays.
We all want a holiday filled with joy, but 1 in 5 children in America face hunger. Together, we can make the holidays full.
Giving is a part of our holiday tradition, but it's also part of our all-year-round tradition.
Join families like Heather's this holiday season and give hope, love, and meals. Let's end hunger together. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org.
Worried about your friend but don't know how to reach out?
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You can chat with them in VR. It's so good. If you think you should check in, yeah, you should. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org.